Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it is day 22, and um, I must say that I did get off of the 18-6 fast. I was fasting for 21 days. I stopped yesterday with the fasting. And I must say that yesterday I hit my protein goal, and I feel much better because I was doing both of my workouts before even eating. And as you seen yesterday, I was feeling terrible. I had a good day, but my body was feeling terrible. Anyway, let's get through today. Day 22, and I'm out here. I got on the scale again, and it says now 198, 198.80. And remember, I started off at 205. The lowest I got was 195. And it's just been bouncing from 195 and 198. And I stay under my calorie goal. My clothes are fitting different. I'm losing inches. I keep saying it, but I'm not going to get on the scale till after this challenge, because even though I keep saying, and I know that I didn't start this challenge for weight loss, and I don't want to lose any more weight. But why is it bothering me? Why is it bothering me to see 198 on the scale? When I started this, as far as body goals, I didn't want to lose any more weight. I wanted to tone and tighten my body because I have a lot of, loose fat. So I wanted to just tighten and tone. I don't want to be skinny. That's not my goal. One thing I will say is when you're feeling like that, do not Google nothing. Because it's talking about, are you checking your calorie intake? I'm on MyFitnessPal. It's tracking my macros and my calorie intake. That's not the problem. There is no problem. I mean, my body's doing what it's supposed to be doing. The problem is my mind. And when I say that, I mean, I am doing this thing with my head that sometimes I look in the mirror and I see it. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I still see that I started this entire journey at 330 pounds. I guess I have a fear of going back to 330 pounds. And like I said, it's a mental thing. And getting on a scale does not help. It's like I woke up happy until I get on that scale. Because I'm pushing so hard and I want to see, I want to see the fruits of my labor. On the scale, not just, not just looking at myself in the mirror, because my mind could be playing tricks on me or what I see. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I try not to make these clips too long, because I know when I'm looking at videos on YouTube, I don't want to watch nobody mumbling on and on and on and on and on. I'm going to do this walk. Good morning. It is day 23. And y'all, day 22 yesterday, I almost stopped. Yesterday was very overwhelming. We had a power outage due to a thunderstorm, and it rearranged my whole day. It was stressful, but I got through it, and we're not stopping. So with that being said, I'm gonna go do this walk. Day 23, and we're out here. I just want to talk about some of the things that I was feeling yesterday, because yesterday I had a class, and then after the class I came home because my daughter had something to do. When I came home, the power was off. Now usually when I come home, I do my workout, and then after my workout I get me something to eat, and then I gotta do housework and might take the kids out to the park, or you know what I'm saying, I'm a mom. So yeah, I came home, the power was off. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they fight a lot. So they arguing, fighting. I have things that I need to get done, like laundry, cleaning, and it's hot, air conditioner's off. They're fighting. So I immediately become stressed because I'm already triggered when the power is off, period. I'm just triggered, bothered, irritated, triggered. So my phone dies. It's off for like hours. So my phone begins to die, and I'm like, anyway, I get the kids settled. I plug up the little battery I got left on my phone, and I turn on the Wi-Fi. Well, my phone internet. I turn that on, and I turn on the iPad so they can watch Bluey or whatever they watch on their cartoons for a little bit. And I went on ahead and I did the 45-minute workout. As y'all know, my second workout, I do strength training. So I did some dumbbell upper body weights. And then after that, I was more irritated. So then I'm trying to chug down this water, and I'm so tired of water. I'm so sick of the amount of water. It's not just water, it's the amount of water. So it got so hot in the house, I made me a sandwich or something. And then I took the kids down to the park. It was cool outside, so it was okay. We were out there for maybe an hour. The kids running back and forth. My plan was to tire them out. Then, when it get dark, we can go on ahead and they can just go to sleep. And then the day over with. So, while I'm at the park, I'm like, I did 22 days. 22 days, I did not stop. I did not give up, even though I wanted to. I kept pushing, and it's hard. And I said, Jessica, you can't fail now. And then the one thing about me is that I'm an all or nothing type person. Like, I'm not going to do something halfway. You know what I'm saying? As some would say, half-assed. I'm not that type of person. I'm either going to show up all the way for something, or I'm just not going to show up at all for it. Especially commitments that I make to myself or others. If I'm not going to show up all the way, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, even for God, I'm not going to halfway show up for him either. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. And some people say that's tough, and is not realistic. And I used to listen to that and try to change up and be halfway. I can't halfway do things. It's just, I can't. So I was like, I'm not going to get on here and say that I completed the 75 hard challenge if I missed a day of any of the requirements. If I missed taking my progress photo, I failed. If I missed my gallon of water, I failed. If I missed my 10 pages of the book, I failed. If I missed one of my 2 45-minute workouts, I failed. That means start over. And I said I'm not willing to do that. Every time I think about stopping, like even, yesterday was a very trying and uncomfortable day. It just was. But then, I came in the house and I started, because for some reason I couldn't find my candles, I couldn't find my flashlights. This is a sign that I need to be prepared more than I was. I had no candles. I barely had a lighter. So even, batteries are dead. Phone dead. Battery pack dead. I was just not prepared for a power outage. So that's just a sign for me to get prepared. Be better prepared for things like that. Disasters and things can happen. And I need to be prepared. So, yeah, I need to be better prepared. And it would just make things easier if something like that was to happen. I know for sure that I can handle the situation. Anyway, I came in the house and I started to make dinner because I have a gas stove. So I was able to use a lighter to light the gas stove, which I hate doing, but I had to cook in my mind. I had to survive. Okay. So I began to cook dinner, and as I'm cooking dinner, I'm like, well, before it get dark, I might as well do my Bible reading because I can't read the Bible in the dark. I would have found a way. Reading the Bible is not part of the challenge. It's something that I made a promise to God that I was going to do, is to read His Word and start applying Bible principles to my life. So that's what I did. I started reading, and next thing I know, the power came back on. Right while I was reading and struggling and cooking and all that, it came back on. And I wanted to cry because it was a part of the Bible where I was reading about strength and endurance. And, it was giving me the confidence to keep going no matter what. And this ain't just about this challenge. It's deeper than that. Well, I've been talking for 7 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead on and listen to my stuff, get this walk done. Today is the last day of school for the kids. So that means I get to sleep a little later now until I start work, that is. Yeah, I get to sleep a little bit longer. So I can wake up at 8 instead of waking up at 4, which would be a blessing. Yeah, so I'm going to finish this walk, and I'll check in later. Good morning. This is day 24. Can you believe it's already been 24 days? So, I usually update when I go outside. It's going to be a short update because it ain't much between yesterday and today. But there's some things about relationships and things like that. Doing my transformation. That's something that is not talked about, so I'm going to talk about it. So I'm gonna get ready to go out and do my walk. Talk to you soon. So it's day 24 and we're out here. I think today I'm going to do something I always feared to do. I think I'm going to walk to the bridge. This day's Saturday. I think I'm going to walk to the bridge and walk up and down that bridge because it's always been something I was afraid to do. Yeah, it's always something I've been afraid to do. But anyway, that's where I'm going for my walk today. And it's beautiful out here. The sun's shining. Anyway, I don't want to put y'all too much in my business. And I don't want this to become a story time or anything like that. But I wanted to talk about something that I'm experiencing that's very hard for me. Okay. So I have this guy in my life that I've known for almost about 30 years. Almost 30 years we've been back and forth. On and off, on and off, on and off. For almost 30 years, we've been trying to make a relationship work, and it just doesn't work. It's always something that happens where it ends, pretty much. Okay, so I had to pause it real quick. But, yeah, it's somebody I've had in my life for 30 years, and it seems to never work, right? So, lately, he was, being extra godly and praising God for the things that he was receiving in his life. And I was happy that he was happy. I was always happy that when he was happy. But recently, he lost some things. Now, I'm going through a transformation myself, and his attitude shifted. Now that he lost everything, he no longer is leaning on God. What happened to that godly stuff? What happened to praising the Lord? What happened? So, he's telling me that he needs some tender love and care. Okay? After I done told him that I no longer drink, I'm no longer engaging in things that God wouldn't want me to engage in. I'm no longer doing it. You know what he said? Because I've been praying, I've been asking God, should this person be in my life? Should this person walk where I'm trying to go? Is this person aligned with what I'm trying to do? Because I would love to meet my person that I can serve God with. I would love that. But anyway, you want to know what he said? He said that it's not all about me. He wasn't trying to get no pee. He just wanted to get a hotel room, lay up, have some drinks, and he needs support. After what I just said, that's your response. Now, before that, he was saying, oh, I'm proud of you and I respect you. And he's never respected me. He barely listens to me. He just does all the talking and I just sit there and listen. And that was our relationship. That was our relationship. It wasn't no communication in a healthy way. It was just me being quiet, letting people do whatever they wanted to do. And that was with every person in my life, even family. And I don't talk too much about that. But I can talk about this because I'm sure that there's somebody else out there that is on a journey of getting close with God and trying to live their life according to Bible principles, and then you have people like this that try to confuse things. And we know who is the author of confusion. I'm not looking for perfection. Matter of fact, I'm not looking for nothing at this point. I'm just trying to get my stuff together. I expect effort. God expects effort. He expects you to try. Not sin and then say, oops, I sinned. Oh well, that's just how things go. That's not trying. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. That's not trying. Okay, it's just not trying. And I mean, to me, I like to use for instances when it comes to things. Like for instance, if I go outside and I go to the store and I steal out the store and I know stealing is not acceptable. Stealing can land me in jail. Stealing can get me tackled by security and drugged out the store. Stealing could do some bad things. Can cause some bad consequences. Okay? Knowing that, I'm crossing the street, but knowing that, I decided to get dressed that day. My purpose for that day was to go and steal from this store because I need some things. Okay? Me knowing better, do that make it okay for me to do it? I know better. I know better. I know it's wrong. But is that going to stop me from doing it? Is that enough to stop me from doing it? That's the thing. You think that they're going to say, oh, it's okay that you're stealing. You needed it. You can go ahead and just keep on doing what you're doing. No. For me now, that's not how it works. It's like I see things clearly more now than ever. And this is big for me. Y'all don't understand. Y'all will have to understand how I used to be. You know what I'm saying? How I used to didn't take life serious. How I used to just do things my way. And I realized my way wasn't working. So why not try God's way? Because my way was not working. My way was causing me pain. My way was causing me to be suicidal. My way was causing me great depression and unhappiness. And now, for the first time in a long time, since I was 16. 16 is when my grandmother passed away. And I haven't felt this much joy since. So that's a long time. I'm 42 now. That's a long time that I have not felt joy. And then, for some reason, we always blame the enemy for everything. Oh, this ain't going right. Maybe it's Satan. I ain't on Satan's side, not by a long shot. But some things are just us making stupid choices. Some things is us just making stupid, bad choices. And, just like Eve decided to grab that apple from that tree, and then after she bit it, she decided to call her husband over, and he knew better. That all started with the enemy. So I'm here at the bridge, and I haven't walked across this bridge or attempted to in years. And I was just like, I think I'm gonna do it today. Let's see. I can't do that. Hold on. This is the bridge. See, this is the bridge. And it makes me think about fear. And one thing about me, I don't know if it's like this for everybody else, but when I feel fear, when I think of fear, it feels so less than it used to feel, if you know what I mean. Like, fear used to be so big that it took over me and was running my life. Now, I'm no longer walking around scared. Now, I want to do all the things that I wanted to, or I shouldn't say I want to, because it's not about me anymore. It's so much of the world to see. It's so much of life to live. And I just grown appreciation for it. I mean, after I've done something that I fear, I feel so powerful. I'm almost at the end of the bridge, and then I'm going to turn around because I'm already at 2 miles. And it's going to take 2 miles going back, so I'm thinking it'll be a 4-mile walk today. Yeah. So basically, I'm already at 2 miles. To just walk here, it's going to be 2 miles back. I'm almost at the end of the bridge, and then I'm going to turn around because I'm already at 2 miles. And it's going to take 2 miles going back, so I'm thinking it'll be a 4-mile walk today. Yeah. Hey y'all, good morning. It is day 25. And yesterday I got a little behind in my water. And I chugged it on down and it came back up. So I don't know if that count as a fail, but I'm gonna keep on going. I mean, it went down. Well, I'm still gonna continue. I mean, you can call it soft now or whatever, but I'm gonna continue. So I'm getting ready for this walk. So we out here, day 25. I'm not struggling with anything but the water. The water is really, I can't believe that's the thing that's making me want to stop. Like, it seems like it's just a lot. It's like I'm overloading my body with water. I don't like that part. So I'm thinking about modifying. Instead of my 8 bottles, do 6. Cause I can't be sick every night. Trying to force the water in, it don't fit. Especially with the fact that I had the weight loss surgery. My stomach is just different. You know, I can't just chug water, and I can't, even trying to spread it out throughout the day. I mean, I know I don't have to drink it all in one sitting, but even trying to drink it throughout the day, I'm nauseous. Like, I can't. I think it's something it's impossible for me to do. Is that much water. I could do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get as close to that gallon as I can. That's what I'm gonna do. Get as close to that gallon as I can. I'm not struggling with the workouts. I am back doing my workouts with Glow on YouTube. I'll link her channel down below because her workouts are really helpful in like shaping my body. Like, I don't know why I stopped recording, but I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna link Glow down below and Paul down below. They're the people that I use, not use, but the people's workouts that I'm doing. I'll link them too down there. I'm gonna finish this workout. Good morning, y'all. It is day 26, and I got on a scale, and I'm 8 pounds up, which puts me close to where I was in the beginning of this. So when I go outside for my walk, we're going to talk about why. This is going to help me, and it's going to help somebody else that's going through a transformation. We're going to talk about why. The importance of having a reason why you start something. Well, I'm out here walking on day 26, and as I said, we're going to talk about why. But I'm going to start off with a little bit of a story really quickly as I can, because I don't like to hold people on, listening to me talk forever. But when I first started 75 Day Hard, I was laying in the bed, binge watching YouTube, and I came across this one video where this girl said she did 75 hard. I said, what is 75 hard? What is 75 hard? So I went and I, typed in YouTube 75 hard, and I see a lot of people doing it. It started off as a TikTok thing, and it kind of blew up over there on TikTok, and then people start doing it over on YouTube, and that's, what it was. And then I looked up the rules, and I was like, oh, I could do that. And I was thinking about discipline. At that point, like I said, I just got off Zipbound. My insurance no longer covered it, and I decided I was not going to buy it because I really wasn't losing the weight. So I just got off Zipbound. I was still, even then I was working out every day except Sundays. So I was doing like 45 to 50 minute workouts. I was doing 45 to 50 minute workouts every day but Sunday. I wasn't drinking much water. I didn't have any discipline. I would start things and not finish everything I started. I wasn't consistent with anything except for being a mom. So the fact that I show up for my kids daily and do what I need to do daily for my kids tells me that I had discipline and consistency in me. So when I seen this challenge, I said, boom, I could do that. As far as my scale weight, I was good with 190, 195, because my desire is not to be skinny. I don't want to lose any more pounds. I wanted to lose inches, and I want to lose body fat overall. So that's my goal. My goal was not to lose a big, huge amount of weight, but it wasn't to gain it either. I started this whole thing at 205, and I'm at 203 on day 26. When I know that I'm doing everything right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm strength training, cardio, I'm getting the water in. I just didn't want to see it going back. So then we come to why, which I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about that for a little bit. Okay, so we're going to talk about the importance of having a why before you start anything. I had a why on the reason why I started this. And I'm trying to walk past this car because I'd be so nervous about recording and people staring at me. Anyway, my why was not weight loss. My why wasn't weight gain. My why was to be more disciplined. I also added fasting to it so that during that fasting time, I'm with God and, praying to Him and talking to Him and get closer to Him. And I'm doing that. Where I'm at on day 26, I can now say I'm more disciplined. I'm more consistent. I'm more positive. So there's a lot of beautiful things that is happening. And I'm no longer, I have more confidence in myself. I feel more worthy of the things that I desire. Everything mentally that's going on is beautiful. But my why was for discipline. If I can't be disciplined, if I can't have self-control to tell myself, no, you cannot have that. Like, I would get a bottle of vodka every 2 weeks. I looked forward to that because to me it was an escape from my reality. I felt stuck. Like I couldn't get ahead. I couldn't get out. I felt like I was stuck in a cage. I was a people pleaser. I didn't have no boundaries. Everybody was just doing anything, and I was just uncomfortable in my body, uncomfortable in my life. And it's much better. On day 26, I can say it's much better. My reason why, getting close with God has been opening my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't see about, first of all, me. And the people around me, and if anybody see me or, see how I am now, people would think that I'm isolating, and that's not what I'm doing. What's happening is the people that should not be in my life is being removed. So my reason why is bigger than a number on the scale. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves that your why have to be big. Discipline was big for me. Consistency is important to me. So that's big for me. But somebody else, that might look like something else. Their why might be even bigger. It might be to be able to play with your kids, or be able to, maybe it's weight loss for some people. To be more healthy. People may have health concerns and things like that are bigger. You want to get your biggest why and write it down and remind yourself every day. Because there's going to be some days that discipline going to carry you through, not motivation. If you get motivation, that's not going to do anything if you're not disciplined. Some days I wake up and I don't want to do anything. I don't want to take a picture. I don't want to get on the scale. I don't want to make a video. I don't want to do nothing. Like today, before I got on the scale, I said, I'm really tired. I'm tired. I wake up every day tired. And it's exhausting. But I'm trying to find ways to... I've found ways around a lot of stuff so far. And another thing is, as far as a job, I have not stayed at a job for a year or longer in my life. As soon as I don't, as soon as I got a little cold or I got a little headache, it's a reason for me to call off. It's a reason for me not to show up. As soon as the boss say something wrong to me, I got a reason to not go to work. I got a reason to quit. So this 75 hard is much bigger than scale weight right now. It started off as more than scale weight. But for some reason today, when I get on the scale and I see that it's going the opposite direction of what I wanted to go, it's like a punch to the gut, because I'm fighting so hard, to eat the right things and not escape in alcohol anymore. I'm fighting real hard, and I'm winning. I'm doing it. And today I had to tell myself, okay, you're tired, Jessica, but you can have a nap later on. But you have to tap your shoes, wash your face, brush your teeth, get yourself together, go do your walk, go clear your mind. Because sometimes when I'm in that house, I just feel like all my thoughts are just trapped. It's hard to explain it, but I wanted to come and talk about that to help myself. While I'm helping myself, I can hopefully help someone else. Everybody act like me saying 75 hard is like a foreign language. And everybody act like 75 hard is a foreign language that I've just learned how to speak instead of looking up what it's about. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish my walk, and more than likely these videos will be uploaded today, because I try to upload every 5 days. I said I was going to upload on Sundays. So I'm going to start uploading on Sundays, because I said I was going to upload on Sundays. It don't matter if I got 3 videos of me talking. I'm going to upload them on Sundays, like I said I would. I say, like I said before in another video, I'm not the type of person to show up halfway. I'm either going to show up all the way or not at all. And people know that about me. That I'm also a woman of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. That's just the person that I desire to be. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead on again, finish this walk so I can get on with my day, because I have a appointment. My yearly breast exam is today, so I'm going to go and do that. And then finish off today, day 26. Maybe I'll talk to you later. Maybe I'll show you, because I meal prepped yesterday. I meal prepped yesterday. And the next time I do, next week, I'll go ahead and show y'all how I do it. Because sometimes we need to know how to meal prep. Y'all see me put together some stuff. It was good. It didn't look good, but it was good. You can always afford some eggs, some chicken. You know what I'm saying? You can always afford some of those, and, put it together, some veggies. Get you some frozen veggies at the frozen section at the Dollar Tree, and throw that stuff together and make it taste delicious. May not look delicious, but it's good for your body. Anyway, let me get out of here. I've been talking for almost 10 minutes.